Hello, my angels and devils, and all who may wonder here. It's Amanda Christina, and this is Heavenly Imaginings, and it is Spooktober. So we are going to make some mini broom embellishments. Now, I was thinking about this. I was thinking about what I was going to send Miss Eddie Blue, and I had this little thought, and I had to try it, and it worked. So I'm sharing with you. Now, this is a 6" by 3" piece of paper. You can do them bigger, as you would have seen in my Gorgeous Girls collab video. So what we're going to do is we're just going to score this every 1/4 of an inch. Now, I didn't pre-do this because I wanted you to see that it was pretty easy, and I'm not if you don't have a scoreboard, you can accordion pleat it. I'm not good at doing that evenly, so I like to use my scoreboard. If you can basically make a rosette, or actually, it's even easier than making a rosette. If you can make a paper fan, then you can make one of these. Whoops. Sorry, just realizing my glue gun was getting a little hot there. Oops, and I accidentally, now I wasn't paying attention and I did an 1/8 of an inch instead of a 1/4 of an inch. You really don't want to do an 1/8 of an inch. It's a pain in the behind. You could do them wider, but for this kind of thing, I kind of liked getting the extra pleats in. So there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this in half, just gently, and just snip it in half, because we only need the 3 by 6" for this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is what you always do, which is we're going to, I always start with folding down for this because it gives you a better look at the finish. That's the only reason I started with the fold down. So you're just going to what is called accordion pleat or hill and valley pleat. So up, down, up, down, up, down. And this paper is from Die Cuts with a View, from their 6". I'm so sorry, I'm so bad with the name. Spooky and Sparkly, I know, but that's all black and white, so that's easy to remember. But anyway, so basically what we're going to do is get this done. Then I just like to sort of make sure I burnish it a bit with my fingers to make it really nice. And so what I'm going to do is, while this is, okay, so now it's up to you. I'm doing this one this side, and we'll do the other one on the candy corn side. So what I'm going to do is, even though there's no glue on this yet, I am going to pop because it helps get your broom handle a little nice and compact. And then so we're going to do this one with the candy corn side up. So we're going to do 2 of these at once. Now these are probably a little bit fiddly, but once you get the hang of them, they are pretty cool to do. And honestly, sometimes I think that it is worth doing these things. Now, the good thing about these is they don't need to be overly decorated. Like, if you just wanted to send these plain in really nice paper, someone, I'm sure, would appreciate them. Like, I feel like sometimes when we send stuff, we decorate it to the nines, and I tend to like allowing people some sort of semblance of being able to do that themselves a bit. So we have both of those. See, you saw how quick that one came together and folded. So then we just pull it back out a little. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue, and you're going to think this is madness at first, but trust me on this. You're going to put a little on in each of these. Then you're going to flip it over and do the same on this side. So you just want a little bit of glue in each of the things, about the length of how long you want. Don't worry if it's going to go up and over, because we have a solution for that too. So we push that together. I just like to wipe that top bit off, and then I just push it to about where I want it. And then I grab my, hang on, we want this to be even at the top. It's just not quite, there we go. We just want to make sure it's a little bit even at the top so that we don't have a weird wonkiness. Okay, so now I'm just using my Bulldog clip. Probably should have bought a couple more out because I usually like to use 2 per one. And then we just make sure we stretch out our broom bit. And what I usually do is I usually like to give it a bit of a push and push to give you that kind of broominess. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're at 5 minutes. This has been super easy, super quick. And again, we're just going to go along in the seams. As I said, it doesn't matter if you don't. This is such a fun embellishment. Like, honestly, and it's so economical. You get 4 out of 1 6x6 sheet of paper. So out of 1 12x12, you can have 16 of these, which is a lot of embellishments. Like, I think it's really cool to mix up your papers and stuff. But if you're doing, you know, these for a lot of people, or you're in a swap or something where you needed a lot of these, they would be super. It would be, oops, that was not smart, Amanda. Do not squeeze glue into your scoreboard. I will tell you that now. Do not squeeze glue into your scoreboard. It is not a good idea, people. And I've got glue everywhere all over my fingers, which is not helpful right now. Okay. Now, I'm just getting the glue off my fingers because I am hopeless and didn't mean to do that. Okay. So we want to just do that little, and again with the stretch out. Now I have some Kraft cardstock, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my bone folder and start curling it, just because that gives it a bit of an easier way around. So now we're just going to take this, we're going to put glue around. So I usually start from the side or the back, and we're just going to take our, don't worry if there's overhang like at the top, we'll trim that off. But what I'm going to do is just very gently wrap, hang on, make sure it's everywhere I want it to be, wrap it around where I want it. And then what I'll do is, just for a minute so it dries, is we're just going to hold that on. And what I will do is just snip a little bit and then we'll snip the rest. But what I will do is find my end and just snip this off and then just trim it so that you have the end done. And then we want to make sure that is. Now you can, if you have a wood grained embossing folder, you could easily wood grain that to look more broomy, but that's it. That you're just literally wrapping the broom, you decorate it, you do what you want with it, and you've got a little broom embellishment. It's super cute, it's super witchy, and I love it for Spooktober. This was just one of those random ideas I had. I hope you like it too. I will talk to you all soon, my angels and devils. Let me know below if you're going to try this. Remember to tag me on Instagram, either at me at Heavenly Imaginings or hashtag Heavenly Imaginings if you do make these, so I can see your projects. Also at Heavenly Imagine on Twitter. And yeah, because I'd really like to see if you create these as well. Talk to you soon, my angels and devils. Until next we meet on life's journey, remember, you are amazing, you are incredible, and yes, you out there, you truly do matter. Bye all!